Boxing will have a new and exciting chapter when one of its exponents faces a Japanese in Tokyo, Japan. According to Mike Coppinger of ESPN, unified super bantamweight champion, Japan's Naoya Inoue, will face Mexico's Luis Nery in Tokyo, Japan in May. Mike Coppinger wrote on X, Naoya Inoue and Luis Nery have agreed to a deal for a May fight in Tokyo for Inoue's undisputed junior featherweight championship, sources told ESPN. Nery is banned for life from fighting in Japan for missing weight and a doping violation, but it's not expected to be an issue. Many people have called for Inoue to fight Gervonta Davis, but some believe this is unrealistic. Inoue started at 108 and now he's worked his way up to 122. He's a tremendous star in Japan. Virtually nobody in Japan knows who Tank Davis is. Why would Inoue now, when he's undersized at 122, talk about fighting a guy who's essentially a 140-pounder? It makes absolutely no sense. I mean, no sense. Yeah, I know Tank sells in the US, but it's not good for Inoue to Russia up and fight guys who are so much bigger than he is. I don't care about the stature of Tank. That's why they call him Tank. He's the bigger person he knew. He looked like a shrimp compared to Stephen Fulton. When I was there, I said, oh my God, this is going to be really tough. He handled Fulton easily. Let's see what he does with Marlon Tap Palace. And then there are guys at 126 that'll test him. Let's see how he does there. To put him in with a 140-pounder, you got to be stupid, and the Japanese are not stupid. Mike Tyson definitely thinks that Inoue reminds him of Manny Pacquiao, and Mike stated, that's a mean son of a You're going to see that mother-wrecker. He doesn't look like much. He's better than Manny Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao was built like that. He is just as good. He's vicious, the monster. That's a bad guy he beat too. Broke him down. Ooh, break him. Ooh, the monster. He beat him so easily. Oh, I love it. The monster. He's a mean little... Nonito Donaire has been in the ring with Inoue before, and he even named him as his toughest fight yet.
When it comes down to a lot of things, you know, I think the best guy that I face, and maybe perhaps if I was younger, it might be a different story, but at the moment of who I am in this time, I would say Inoue is the toughest that I've faced, or the strongest that I've faced.
You mentioned Inoue as probably or potentially the best fighter that you faced in your career. What is it about him that gives you that distinction?
I think it was like facing the younger me. You know, there's just a lot of similarities in terms of power, explosiveness, and sometimes intelligence, you know. But I think a lot of it is given the similarities is what makes it more difficult.
However, Bob finds something admirable in Inoue's style and believes he has the potential to outperform Manny Pacquiao. Bob stated, Inoue is a tremendous, tremendous fighter like we've never seen before. Maybe since Manny Pacquiao was probably better than Pacquiao was. I think he has a chance to go all the way up, maybe even to junior lightweight or lightweight. Well, not 140, he's not a big guy. Look how fun I was there. He's so much bigger than he was at 122. Naoya, something special. I love Manny. Manny knows boxing, but what's he going to add to Naoya? Where is Naoya falling short where Pacquiao could help him? Jason Maloney knows just what it's like to be in the ring with Inoue. And Jason stated, I didn't see the punches both times he hurt me and then put me down. They were just so fast. If you were trying to move away and create some distance for yourself, his closing speed off that first step where he would just explode into range and let his hands go was incredible. Once he gets into that, I guess, killer mindset where he's just reckless and lets his hands go and lets them go with bad intentions, he's very hard to stop. I went in there with the intention of winning the fight and believing I could win the fight, but he's probably even better than I expected. Once you're in the ring with him. Inoue has confirmed that he has no interest in fighting Gervonta Davis. Naoya stated, I don't think it's possible to fight him. It's more hype that fans are putting together. I think of him very highly. If he's on the lower part of the pound for pound list, I think he should be up a little bit further than where he is now. Sean Porter definitely couldn't stop giving Naoya praise after his most recent fight.
Would you say the monster is multi-dimensional?
Yeah, of course.
But have you seen him legitimately be multi-dimensional?
Yeah.
From a standpoint of being able, obviously we know he can punch.
Yeah.
We've seen him get to the body. but
He's a box people
I
before.
really haven't seen him stay on the outside and counterpunch.
Do you think that's what he's gonna have to do against Fulton? Though?
It's not the point. The point is you just call him the #1 fighter on the planet.
Pound for pound.
But you got to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Who they fight? I mean, you can say that for Crawford. Who they fight?
Inoue has confirmed that he wants to fight Luis Nery in May of this year. And according to Michael Benson, quote, Naoya Inoue has confirmed that he's in negotiations to defend his undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO Super Bantamweight world titles in May. Rumored to be versus WBC mandatory challenger Luis Nery, who was previously banned from fighting in Japan by the Japanese Commission. Nery tested positive for Zilpaterol around his TKO4 of long-reigning world champion Shinsuke Yamanaka in 2017, then came in massively overweight before winning the 2018 rematch by TKO2. Floyd Mayweather thinks that Inoue is something special in the world of boxing.
The kid from Japan, Inoue. So when you see, he got the victory over Cool Boy still. As, you know, Inoue. It was a Filipino fighter. He had fought twice. Donaire. So Donaire was giving him fits in the first fight. And if I'm not mistaken, Donaire was somewhere close to 40 or 40 years old when he fought him the first time. Whereas, and he was in his 20s. So he should have knocked him out in the first fight. Fighting a guy, you know, like I said before, you know, at that age. What I need Inoue to do is, I need him to come fight in the U.S., random blood, urine testing. I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I won't take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see he take a lot of my stuff from my playbook.
Teddy Atlas has shown how much he likes Inoue. Anything's that he could have been a great fighter in any era. Teddy stated, I have always favored the 1930s, 1960s, 1970s, 1980s as boxing's best, but Inoue would have fit with the greatest of any era. He's the full package, which consists of speed, power, smarts, technique, brains, instinct, timing, and controlled ferocity. Simply special. Luis Nery has been calling Inoue way out for quite some time, and he thinks that he's better at 122 than Inoue. Nery stated, he's not a monster, he's a little monster. I'm the real monster of 122. Nery talked about his chances back when Inoue was preparing to fight Stephen Fulton, and he stated, we're looking for Inoue. We think it's a big fight, and we're going to finish him. I see the fight ending by knockout. He's a fighter that stands in front of you and is brave, and I do the same thing, so it'll be a knockout. I'm here to fight anyone that's out there, but we would like Inoue. The styles I see Fulton as much bigger than a new way in 50-50. Inoue talked about the fight as rumors had been going around for quite some time.
I think lots of people already know about the rumor of the fight upcoming bout in May, but I can't say much about this yet because we're under negotiation, but I want to make everybody happy so that I can show you the great fight next year as well.
Nery's promoters spoke about the possibility of the two fighters meeting in the ring, and he confirmed that it was the next fight. He stated, if Inoue does good for sure, we probably will meet Inoue in May. But honestly, I feel very confident in this fight. It's a very good fight. I really believe that Nery is one of the best fighters, if not the best 122-pounder. I think Inoue will wait for Nery, and I believe Nery winced at the fight. According to Michael Benson, the fight hasn't been confirmed. Benson stated, Naoya Inoue versus Luis Nery for Inoue's undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO Super Bantamweight World titles is reportedly now agreed for May in Tokyo. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.